Welcome, namaste, and please make sure you have your props available for tonight, especially your belts. We're going to be working towards dancer pose right toward the end of our practice. So we'll go through opening our chest, our shoulders, working to our spine, we'll be working to our hips. It'll be very much a full body class, and then a bit of fun dancer play at the end. Sitting comfortably, letting go of your day. And remembering I'm here to guide you, but this is absolutely your practice. So go in your own pace and feel free to omit or adjust anytime throughout the practice. And if you feel comfortable doing so, closing your eyes, dropping your shoulders, and letting your hips be heavy. Just taking a few breaths here to settle in and dropping into that mindset of nothing else to do and nowhere else to be for the next hour. Just setting aside all your plans for the day, compartmentalizing your thoughts, and relaxing into your body. Now starting to bring your awareness to your breath and really just taking some slow, patient breaths, breathing in and breathing out, keeping it nice and simple to begin. And observing the nourishing effect that focused breathing has on your body, on your mind. And you can continue breathing with just regular complete yoga breathing in this way if you like, or taking your thumb and your pinky finger from one nostril to the other, moving into some alternate nostril breathing. So we'll start by closing the right nostril with our thumb. So right hand and right thumb to the right nostril, breathing in through the left nostril, closing the left nostril with the right pinky, and exhaling out through the right nostril. Inhale through the right nostril, closing off the right side, exhaling out the left. Inhale through the left, closing off the left, exhale through the right. And continuing on in this way, moving from one side to the next. Let's take 2 more cycles. One last round. Inhaling through one side, exhaling out the other. Then inhaling back up through that side and exhaling out the other. Lowering your hands to your thighs, coming back to your regular breathing pattern. And we'll move from here into mantra breathing. This time we'll use the mantra Om Hari Om. Exhaling completely. Inhaling to silently draw the mantra Om Hari Om into your mind. And exhale to say the sound Om Hari Om. Continuing on for another 4 rounds. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. One more round. Om Hari Om. And coming back to your regular breathing pattern, allowing the mantra to resonate through your mind and heart. And bringing your palms together, taking a moment here to set an intention for your practice. And if nothing comes to mind, you can just set the intention to be present and take the opportunity to care for your body and mind. Opening your eyes and reaching for your belt. We will fold our belt into two halves and hold the end of the belt in each hand, ends of the belt in each hand. And inhale, raising the arms up and taking your arms back until you feel a nice stretch in the shoulders and opening through the chest. And exhale, lower down. Just moving with your breath. Inhale, raising the arms up and overhead. And exhale, lowering them down. Inhale. See if you can keep your ribs, your lower ribs drawing in. So we're going to open up through the chest and feel everything fan open, but drawing in through the ribs helps to support the lower back, keeping a little bit of integrity through that core area. One more time. For more of a challenge, you can slide your hands a little closer together, inhaling up and exhale. Good. Releasing your belt, placing it to the side. And now taking your spine from side to side. Inhaling up and over. Exhale, back to center. One more time each side. Also, I had some trouble with my audio last week, you guys. If you ever have trouble hearing or the sound quality is terrible, just unmute and let me know so I can fix it, okay? All right, and taking some little seated cat cows, inhaling to lift open and visualizing your spine lengthening. So you're tilting your pelvis forward, gently lifting your chin, and then exhale, drawing the chin in toward your chest and tucking the tailbone just like we do in cat cow. Inhale, visualizing your vertebrae articulating into one another, lengthening. Exhale. One more time each way. Inhale. Exhale. Back to neutral spine, taking your feet out in front, soles of your feet to the floor, taking your hands behind you for support, moving from side to side with your knees, coming into windscreen wipers. And we'll start by keeping your feet pretty much in contact with the floor, and you'll feel there's not as much mobility through the hips, but you want to lean into that tension so that you get those nice tugs and pulls surrounding the hip joint. And then we're going to get a little bit more loose with the movement as far as taking our feet wider, allowing the feet to come up off the ground. So just gradually getting there. Good. And now taking your feet at least as wide as your mat, maybe a little wider if needed. And now taking your knees from one side to the other, allowing the soles of your feet to come up off the floor, knee pressing down toward the floor. And now starting to feel more of a stretch from the hip down the outer edge of the thigh and in around the thigh bone. Just moving from side to side, taking little pauses as you press the knee down to the floor or toward the floor, wherever it lands for you. Good. One more time each way. And come back to center. Bring your feet in closer, hugging your knees in. We'll drop the right knee down into half hero, bringing your foot alongside your hip, tucking that foot under so that your sole of your foot is pointing up toward the ceiling and the front of your foot is flat against the floor. Taking your hands interlocked in front of your left knee, lifting up. So you're drawing against your knee so that you can lift through your spine and drawing your thigh and your belly in toward each other. And then trying to relax down into that right knee, relaxing through the hip. And changing sides, bringing the right foot to the floor, dropping the left knee down, hugging that heel in nice and close to your left hip. And interlock your hands in front of your right knee. Lift through the spine, lifting the belly forward. Shoulders down away from your ears, relaxing and pressing, relaxing through the hip, and then pressing your knee down toward the floor. Breathing naturally. Beautiful. And release. Whoop. We'll cross our ankles, taking our hands forward and shoot the legs back, stepping your feet forward. Slowly roll up. Coming to the top of your mat, getting ready for sun salutations. Finding yourself in Tadasana, mountain pose, grounding down through your feet and lifting through the spine, lifting into the crown of your head. And just take one breath here. And on your next inhale, raising the arms up, bringing the palms together, looking to the thumbs. Exhaling, folding forward, hands to the floor, softly bending through your knees if needed. Inhale, lifting your chest, looking forward, hands sliding up the shins or fingertips to the floor. Exhale, hands to the floor, jumping or stepping plank. Lower all the way down. Inhale, slowly and carefully coming up into either cobra or upward dog. Exhale, driving through the belly, lifting through the hips, coming back into your first downward dog, taking your time here to settle into the pose, checking that your fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide. Press the floor away, lifting into your hips and lengthening down into your heels. Bringing a soft bend into your knees if needed to prioritize length in your spine. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Exhale completely, then jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, palms come together. Exhale, arms by your sides. Again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump a step back. Lower all the way down. Inhaling up. Exhale, downward dog. Holding here for 3 breaths. Exhale completely, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. One last round. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, jump or step back. All the way down to chaturanga. Inhaling up. Exhale back, downward dog. Hold here for 3 breaths. At the end of your exhale, jump or step your feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, arms by your sides. Take a breath. Now, inhaling, sweeping the fingertips down past your mat, bending through the knees, raising the arms up and sinking down into your hips, coming into chair pose. Scooping in through your belly, not being shy and sitting down into your hips. Feeling it working through your thighs and legs. Setting your shoulders down away from your ears and reaching into your fingertips. Holding here for a few more breaths. Keep pressing down into your feet. And feel as if you are splitting the floor apart with your feet. And at the same time, drawing your knees in toward each other. And notice the stability that creates through your lower body. One more breath here. Inhale, press all the way up to standing. Exhale, lower your arms down by your sides. Raising your right foot, catching hold of your foot, bringing your knees together, heel in toward your hip, stretching through the front of the right hip and right thigh. So once you've got hold of your foot, you can even take 2 hands to hold it, grounding down through the left foot. And if you're feeling a little unstable, just bring a soft bend into the left knee. Gently switching on through the hips, drawing the navel in, creating stability through that nice center of gravity there. And press the right hip forward to intensify the stretch. One more breath. Now, releasing your hand, but holding your foot there as best you can. And sweeping the knee forward, taking hold of the knee in front, interlocking your hands in front of the knee, drawing the knee in. And exhale. Release the knee, straighten the leg, and we're going to sweep the leg back, soft bend through this left leg, going into an arabesque. So just joyfully balancing on one leg. Doesn't need to look a certain way. Feeling that air lifting up through space, navel drawing in, getting comfortable, balancing on one leg with our leg behind, building up toward dancer pose, reaching the arms back, and then opening up through the chest, reaching your heart forward. Good. One more breath here. And exhale, release. Right foot to the floor. Take a breath, relaxing through the left leg and left foot. Raising the left foot up toward the glute, left glute, taking hold of your foot, getting nice and steady, gently engaging through the glutes, the belly, taking hold of your feet with both hands, pressing the heel in toward the glute and pressing your hip forward, trying to keep your knees next to one another and breathing naturally, gazing at a point in front of you to help you balance. Gentle awareness of that standing foot. And carefully release your foot, bringing your knee in front, interlocking your hands in front of your knee, drawing it in. Release, extending the leg and sweeping it back. Soft bend through the standing leg, reaching the arms back, shoulders back, open through the chest, raising the leg up, holding here for a few breaths. Doesn't matter if that back hip pops open a little. It's not necessarily a formal pose, just enjoying this one leg balancing posture. And exhale, release. Take a breath. And you're sweeping one leg back, turning sideways on your mat. We'll extend our arms out to the side, turning the right toes out to point and left toes in. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, sliding the hips to the left, reaching the arm to the right, placing it down on a block, your ankle, or to the floor. Extending up through the left fingertips and turning your gaze up, looking to the sky. Gently drawing in through the navel, switching on through your legs so your thighs are nice and firm, pressing down strongly into your feet. Nice and active in the pose. Inhale, reaching up through the top fingers, coming all the way up to standing, turning the right toes in and the left toes out, sending the hips over to the right as you reach over to the left, taking your gaze up, strong through the legs, navel drawing in, feeling those lines of energy extending out into your arms, your legs, up through the torso and out the crown of the head. And leading with the top fingers. Press down through the feet, coming all the way up to standing, turning both toes to face sideways on your mat. Rest for a moment. Turning both toes to the right, and your back toes can be open at about a 45-degree angle or forward more. We want to keep the hips somewhat square with the front of the mat. And from here, we're going to go into a folded triangle or pyramid pose with the option to open up through the chest. So if you're just going into hands to the hips, just folding forward from here. But if you like, you can experiment with using your belt, holding your belt behind you to help you open up through your chest. Like so. Or if you're familiar with reverse prayer hands, bringing your palms together, press together in between your shoulder blades. You can bring your hands together, drawing in through the navel, nice and long through your spine, and fold forward. I'm just holding here for 5 breaths, and then we'll transition to the other side. Inhale, press down through the feet to come up. Swivel your feet over to the left side. Lift and lengthen, grounding down through the feet, folding at the hips and long through the spine. Taking your time to gradually move into the pose. Inhale, lift up, and rotate back around to the side, releasing your hands. Take a moment to rest. We'll heel toe our feet back together and give your feet a rest. And then taking your feet out wide. Outside edges of your feet are running parallel with the ends of the mat, which might mean you need to feel like you're turning your toes in slightly. Hands to your hips, lift and lengthen, exhale, folding at the hips. And instead of walking our hands under today, we're actually going to walk our hands forward. So we're going to accentuate the chest and shoulders opening up and that lengthening and extension through the spine. So walking your hands forward and then allowing your chest to just drop toward the earth. Coming onto your fingertips, pressing down into your fingertips and really softening through the heart center and chest. Reaching back through the hips. One more breath here. Walking your hands back. Hands to your hips. Press up. Heel toe your feet together. And stretching out through your feet, relaxing through your legs. Good. All right, stepping to the front of your mat. And just taking a very relaxed, casual forward fold, dropping forward. Just enough to stretch out for a moment. Place both palms to the floor and step back into downward dog. Taking a nice, stretchy downward dog, feeling free to lift and lower your heels. And moving through variations of movements through the spine, shoulders, hips. Now walking your hands back, finding yourself in a hanging, standing forward fold, cradling both of your elbows in your hands, letting your head hang heavy, maybe bringing a soft bend into your knees, and taking 5 breaths here to just let go and soften. You can rock a little from side to side if it feels nice. Slowly release your hands to the floor. Walking your hands forward, coming into downward dog once more. Take one more breath here. And step your right foot in between your hands. Drop your back knee to the floor and flatten your back foot. Settling into a low lunge, allowing your hips to descend toward the floor. Resting your hands on top of your knee. And closing your eyes or having them half closed as you relax into the stretch. Hands to the floor. And slide your right heel in front of your left hip, dropping your right knee to the floor to come into a setup for pigeon. Taking your time to come into the pose and trying to keep your left hip rolling down. Folding forward, coming onto your forearms or extending your arms forward as you lay over your front leg. Making your way back up. Hugging that heel in nice and close in front of your hip. We're going to be reaching for our back foot now to come into a variation of pigeon, sometimes referred to as mermaid. So we're going to bend the back leg, trying to catch the left foot. And a couple of options here. You can kind of settle with your hips slightly skew, but it gives you access to your foot, which you can hook into your elbow, which is a really nice, it's just a fun experience. And then you can catch hold of your hands and tuck your forearm behind your head. And your elbow helps to guide your heel and your foot aligned over your hip. So your foot and your elbow working against one another to create a nice kind of security and tension in the position. The other option is to really focus on alignment, which is to keep that hip really rolling down toward the floor, which means that it's going to be a little bit more intense. Your hip may sit up a little higher, but that's okay. It's just a little bit more of a balancing act. So up to you. I find just exploring making those connections, even if my hip is rolled back a little and it's not bona fide alignment, but it's just really, really fun to practice the pose in this way. And it does help you progress toward going into the optimal alignment. All right, let's release. Carefully lower that back foot. Bring both hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your back toes, and step back into downward dog. Take a breath. Take the left foot forward, drop the back knee down, and flatten your back foot. Coming into a low lunge, hands resting on your front knee. And closing down at the eyes, softening into your hips. Release both hands to the floor, bringing your left heel in front of your right hip, settling into pigeon. Encouraging the right hip to roll down as you lower your torso forward over your front leg, either coming to your forearms or taking your arms forward, coming into sleeping pigeon. Making your way back up to pigeon and hugging that heel in nice and close to your hip and looking back down your back leg. So you've already got a bit of rotation happening through your torso, bending the back knee, bringing your foot up and catching hold of your foot. And then playing with alignment to maybe you just stop here, or maybe you want to explore that mermaid connection. And trying to open up through your chest. And carefully releasing out. Releasing your arms and then slowly lowering your foot. And bringing your hands to the floor under your shoulders, stepping back into downward dog. Take a breath. Bring your knees to the floor, big toes together and knees out wide. Lowering your chest to the floor, extending out into your fingertips, and resting your forehead on the floor. Buttocks is resting on your heels. And relax. And one more breath here. Exhale completely and then press yourself up to come and sit on your heels. Taking your belt, we're going to go up into dancer pose now. Approaching it playfully with intention, but also playfully. So taking your belt and we're going to make a loop with our belt. So you thread it through and then thread it back through so that you've got a lasso and make the lasso small enough that it's going to hook around your foot, but that you've still got lots of length in your belt. All right, coming up to stand. And what we're going to do is stand in mountain pose. And if you've never done this before, doing dancer pose with your belt, just have a go at balancing. Don't be thinking about going into dancer pose yet. Just get a feel for your belt. And that is looping it around your foot. And then you're going to take the belt over your shoulder, and your foot should come with it, hanging in the loop. And then basically just put it over your shoulder like a handbag. So what you can feel here is that, okay, you're standing one leg. This is obviously a nice kind of preparation position for dancer pose. But I just want you to feel how you can control the position of your foot using your arm and using your hand. So that's one of the joys of the belt, is that we can take use of our hand to help hoist our leg up. And we can also, for classical dancer pose, it's to catch the foot with both hands overhead. So to emulate that experience, a modification of that, we can take both hands and take the belt up over the head and walk your hands back down the belt as you bring your foot up. And so it gives you that really amazing chest opening dancer pose full experience. If even if your hip and your spine aren't quite at being able to do it without the prop. So that's the use of the belt. So feel free to try doing that on both sides first so that your body and your mind are coordinated and on board with that experience. Taking it over your shoulder first, noticing how you can control and kind of lever your leg up and down. And then it's a matter of working with raising your leg, raising your arms, taking the belt up and over, and getting a feel for it. And then now we'll go into fully practicing dancer pose. So only go as far as you feel comfortable. I always practice with the belt because I feel it gives me the truest experience of dancer pose. But at the end, we will put the belt down and we'll just try and reach our hand back for our foot for just to have a go. So whenever you're ready, taking your foot in the loop, I'm starting with my right leg back. And another really great tip too is to softly bend through your standing leg because it gives you a little bit of like a suspension system and a little bit more stability. Starting with your foot over your hand, your belt over your shoulder, and start to raise your foot up, taking one hand to your hip, taking your leg up, and then creating that tension on the belt, start raising the leg up and still have it over your shoulder. And once you get to capacity of where you feel like that's as far as your leg will go, then you can take that left arm up. And it should feel like you're comfortably suspended in space, like it should create a nice kind of stable tension with that loop from your hip through your leg, back around over your shoulder and your spine. And exhale, release. We're going to do both sides a couple of times, progressing a little each time. Now looping your belt over your foot, taking it over your shoulder, starting with a bent supporting leg, hand to your hip, navel drawing in, gazing at a point in front of you, and then raising the leg up. And you can tilt your upper body forward as well. Whoop. I'm lucky I've got a wall here. And then when you're at a comfortable position, taking that right arm forward. And release. You can stay there doing that same, or we'll repeat that again, or going full expression and we'll take the both hands to the belt and taking our leg up as far as it will go and also tilting the chest forward. So you'll get a feel for it, and that's part of your journey with the pose is taking the arms up and over, opening up through the chest, raising the leg up and simultaneously tilting forward, maintaining awareness of your center of gravity. Releasing out and moving to the other side whenever you're ready. It's exhilarating. Okay, getting stable first. Taking both hands overhead, holding the belt, and lifting up. Whoop, this is my wonky side. And release. So you can keep going with the belt if you like. I'm going to put mine to the side. I'm going to have a go holding my foot with my hand. Up to you. When we do the challenging poses, I always just want you to feel free to explore and play at your own pace. But if you want to try without the belt, holding your foot, you hold the inside of your foot and get a nice firm grip around your ankle. And you can explore pointed toes or flexing your foot. Just like when we do upward bow pose on our belly, sometimes the flexing of the foot gives us more grip and it makes it easier to go into extension through the spine. So having a go at that. And then maybe going to what they call flointing, where it's like half flex, half point. Raising the leg up, tilting the torso forward, trying to keep that right hip rolling down. And release. Definitely good for foot strengthening, this class. All these standing poses. Changing sides whenever you're ready. I'm definitely going to be using my wall for this side, I think. Oop. And controlled release. Okay, giving yourself a couple of breaths to slowly make your way out of wherever you are in your dancer pose. Taking a full breath here. And then we're going to do a slow melt, dropping the chin toward the chest and roll, roll, roll. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Coming all the way down. And gracefully, hips to the floor, coming to lay on our back. Hugging your knees into your chest and rocking your knees from side to side. Come back to center, hug your knees in toward your chest, raising your forehead toward your knees and lengthen your tailbone down toward the floor. Release. Now taking hold of the soles of your feet, coming into happy baby. Knees and thighs sliding along down the sides of your torso, your ribs. And just gently pressing down into the soles of your feet to stretch through the hips and groin, the thighs. And starting to relax. Release. Drop both feet to the floor, soles of your feet to the floor, mat distance apart, and rock your knees from side to side. Bringing a gentle spinal twist into your lower back and softening into your hips. One more time each way. And come back to center. And straightening out your legs. Making yourself comfortable for Shavasana. Covering your face if you can to block out the light. Allowing your feet to fall out to the sides and turning your palms up. Just taking your shoulders down away from your ears. And letting your whole body be heavy and soft. Noticing how your mind and body feel after your practice. And if you can recall the intention that you set at the beginning of your practice, returning to your intention. Perhaps it's something that you'd like to contain to your practice, or maybe it's something you'd like to bring into the rest of your day. Now just allowing yourself to completely let go for the next 10 minutes as I guide you through a relaxation. All you need to do is relax each body part as I mention it. Begin by taking your awareness all the way down to the soles of your feet, relaxing your inner arches and your outer arches, relaxing from your big toes to your little toes. And feeling your heels to be heavy as they rest against the floor. Relax your ankles and soften into your calf muscles. Feel your shin bones getting heavier and heavier. Relax your knees and all the tissues surrounding your knee joints. Relax your thighs, the tops of your thighs, your inner thighs and outer thighs, and your hamstrings. Relax your left hip and your right hip. Softening into your pelvis and softening into your belly. Feeling as if the sides of your torso are melting down toward the floor. Relax your chest, your ribs, and all the muscles in between each rib. And softening into your lungs. And feeling your heart center to be soft and light. Allowing yourself to let go of anything that you may be holding on your heart. Just seeing if you can let it go. Relaxing into your shoulders, feeling your collarbones broadening and releasing. And relaxing around the shoulder joint, and then all the way down around your shoulder blades. Softening into your upper arms, your elbows, and your forearms. Relax your wrists and hands, feeling your fingers to be gently curled. Becoming aware of the gentle prickling sensation of prana and life force circulating your palms. Moving your awareness to your lower back region, feeling your sacrum broadening and releasing. Relax your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and your neck. Feeling all the muscles either side of your spine relaxing and releasing. And the more you relax these muscles, the more your nervous system is able to relax on a physical level. Helping to bring a widespread sense of deep relaxation across your entire body. Your head is heavy and your face is soft. Relax your jaw and relax your mouth. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed. You feel safe and warm and easily able to drift off into a deep state of relaxation. Nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Just rest. Gradually coming back into awareness of your body, starting with awareness of your breath. Feeling your breath entering in through your nose and exiting out through your nose. And feeling the slow rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. And starting to deepen your breath, feeling that gentle and wholesome expansion of your chest, your ribs, your lungs. And we'll finish today's practice with 5 rounds of Om Hari Om breathing, just like we did earlier in our practice. But you can make it gentle and just audible enough that you can hear it. So just going in your own time, your own breath rate. Exhaling completely to begin, and then breathing in. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari finishing up your last mantra and then relaxing into your regular breathing pattern. Starting to wake up your body by wriggling your fingers and toes and gently rocking your head from side to side. And rolling over onto your left side, placing your hands under your cheek like a little pillow. And resting there for a moment. And then pressing yourself up to sit. And closing off our practice by bringing our palms together in prayer position. Bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other. Bowing our heads once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste. Thank you for coming to practice. Always lovely to share it with you.